Hi everyone, it's your lovely Lotus Blossom Lizzie, and today I am going to be doing a journaling process video where I decorate and in this case put a few pictures into my selfie journal. Now, I'm really enjoying doing the journaling processing lately and I wanted to share it with y'all. So if you like these type of videos, make sure that you give it a thumbs up. You can do that right now. And if you haven't subscribed already, you can subscribe and make sure that you hit the notification button so that you'll be notified when more videos just like this one come out. So the first thing that I'm doing is I'm actually kind of going through my stash and trying to figure out what I can use for this particular journal. Now keep in mind that I didn't go through anything ahead of time, so you're seeing the actuals on here, and that's kind of why I sped it up. So I wanted to use kind of a more springy, bright colors, but I don't have any springy bright colors in my cardstock, but I really wanted to use what I had instead of trying to go out and search for something. So I found some Easter print that I had, and I decided that I could cut some of that Easterish off and keep the color and then put the pictures on here. But I wanted to do a bit of layering, so I took out that stripe kind of creamy color and I decided to try to do my layering on that one, which I don't know why. It just didn't go together. This is what happens when I don't use paper from the same paper pad. It just takes me a while to try to figure things out. So I just left that. I wasn't too happy with it and I decided to look for some washies because this is the year of washies. I think last year I bought tons of washi and I didn't use hardly any of it. So this year I'm using as much washi as I can. So I'm just going through all of my washies and I just picked out a few. And then I also went through my smash books for some journaling pages. I thought maybe I could use that too because I just wasn't feeling how I was going to put this all together. I went through my Project Life cards, and as you can see, I don't have many Project Life cards this size, but I went through what I had, and I took out that right now, and I decided to kind of cut around it. And then I went back to that one piece. I just didn't like that creamy stripe color. It just wasn't working. And then I went back through my Project Life cards again to try to figure out what I could use. And I wanted to use kind of primary colorish things since I had the kids on this particular spread. And I still wasn't sure as to the placement where I was going to put everything. So I said, let me just put that aside and I'm going to start using some washi. And I always find that the washi tape is like highly inspirational for me. I love washi tape. It comes in so many different colors and sizes. And I was just feeling that purple and the happiness thing. So I said, that's the one I'm going to use. And I highlighted it with a little bit of skinny green washi tape. And then I was still trying to use that Easter pattern, but I just said, let me just put that aside and I'm just going to go through here. I'm going to commit a bit and I rounded the corners on my Project Life cards and cut them down so that they could be a nice outline around the kids' pictures. And I went ahead and I taped those down as well. And I'm telling you that corner chopper is one of my favorite tools. I love rounded corners and it just does the trick. So I used a little bit of washi on this particular card to kind of bring up the colors from the bottom washi that I had there, and I still wasn't sure about the placement, so I said let me put that away again and let's work at the top because I had a spot of ink from last week's processing video and I knew I had to cover that up, so it was no big deal. So I just brought in some of the same washi that I used at the bottom and I put the baby at the top by mistake and I said, aha, that's it. That's where I want the baby to be at the top, and I like the way the pictures came out on there. So I had all of them kind of overhanging. I just cut the access off because I really like that look when you cut the access off. So I wanted to do the title and I pulled out some flags, but I ended up not using the flags, and then I pulled out some masking tape and I wasn't sure about that. So I got out my trusty stamps and I decided to do a little bit of stamping. And of course, first I did some testing on the colors to see if I really wanted to use these particular colors. So I picked like kind of a teal color and also a purple. And so I just set that aside for a moment and decided to go ahead and work on my title. So I used some masking sticker tape. And if you would like to see the video or the flip through of the masking tape that I purchased from China, I'll have the link above for you on that. And I tried to use some, lettering, which I'm not really that good at, but I'm getting better. And I use that and I put the masking tape at the top. So now I'm just going to begin to go ahead and do some stamping, and I'm using a camera. Since this is a selfie book, I decided that the camera was very important. And I couldn't find another stamp that I had in my collection that I really wanted to use because I don't have that many stamps. I'm building my collection of stamps. And so I just use those stamps. So I didn't really feel like this page was kind of finished. So what I really wanted to do was kind of do a little bit a little bit of distressing like I've done in the past. And again, I don't have any distress inks. I don't have any tools. So I just used a cotton ball and I used the ink that I had, and it came out perfect. And I don't know if the distress inks and the regular tool that you would use for distressing would be any better than what I used this time, because it just looked perfect to me. So now I decided to do a little bit of outlining to kind of make that nail pop out as well. And then I did some outlining around the pictures also, so that they just kind of look like they fit on those pieces. And of course, no journaling is complete without me using some tiny words from the Tim Holtz collection. So I'm using those tiny words, and of course you could use your typewriter, or you can type this on, I'm using typewriter font on your printer, on your computer, that is. So I went back in and I used a few more stamps because I thought it just needed a little bit more balance. And of course I almost went overboard, but I didn't. And then I just hand drawn some lines on here so that I could actually do some journaling. So I did my journaling and I had just enough lines to finish. And, doing the journaling is like the homework for me. So I don't like to leave too much space for journaling because I just want to put just enough on there. I don't want to write a book. And then this is how it came out. It came out so pretty. And I couldn't believe it because I'm telling you all, I had no idea what I was going to do when I started this. I just pulled things out, turned on the camera, and went to work. So sometimes you just got to just get going to find your inspiration. Of course, I have a big mess. If you want to see the aftermath, I have that over on my Patreon page, and you can take a peek at the behind the scenes aftermath of this particular journaling process. But overall, I love the way the colors came out. I love the distressed ink look on here. And of course, I love the picture of my babies because I love them so much. So if you enjoy videos like this, please make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. And also make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And if you have, I just wanted to say thank you. And make sure that you hit the notification button as well so that you'll be notified when more videos like this come out. So with that, I'm going to say love, peace, and hair grease from your sweet lotus blossom and lovable Lizzie. Have a fantabulous day and enjoy life.